Okay, go ahead and take yourself off mute too, so we'd be able to hear you. All right. This is a citation. It was issued on March 4 of this year on I-196 Fillmore Township. This is a citation. Okay, so you already did something on your speeder, right? You're only here on no proof of registration.
Correct.
All right. On that citation, you have a choice of what to do. You could, one, admit responsibility for the citation, or two, admit responsibility, but you'd like to provide explanation as to how or why that happened. Or three, you wish to contest that citation. In other words, fight the ticket at what we call informal hearing. What would you like to do?
I would like to do the informal hearing.
All right. Then I'm going to ask you to go ahead and raise your right hand. Same way we'll ask the trooper to raise his right hand. Swear or affirm anything you testify to here today would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
I do.
All right. Ms. Buford, it makes a lot more sense for me to start with the trooper. He has the burden to establish to me why he issued a citation in the first place. But the no proof of registration is pretty self-explanatory. Are you saying that you had registration?
It was coming through the mail. That's why I really fought it.
Okay, you have it now?
Yeah, my tags is on there now, but it was coming through the mail. So that's I figured with me having full coverage, it it didn't. I'm not gonna say it didn't matter, but I didn't think it was a big of a deal. With it coming through the mail, I could still drive my vehicle.
All right. What'd you do on the speeder?
What do you mean?
Did you just admit responsibility and pay that, or what happened?
Yes, I did. I know I was speeding, so yes, I took full responsibility for that, and I paid that ticket.
All right. Well, then generally on something like this, no proof registration, you have it now, but essentially what we would normally do on this is say, if you can find a way to send that in to us, in other words, take a picture of it, scan that, or just send it as an email or even a text to the district court and do that by end of business today. Generally, what I would do there then is just give you a break on that citation, because essentially what we want you to do is be in compliance. On the moving violation, you already admitted responsibility. So that we could have it that this ticket would essentially go away, but we would need to see that you do have that proper registration. All right.
Okay.
So do you understand what I mean by get us a picture of it, send it in here to the district court before end of business today?
Yes. Just take a picture of my registration.
Yeah, and then I think it's just districtcourt@allegancounty.org, but you may want to just call the district court and get that information straight from them. That phone number should be right on your appearance for today. It's 673-0400.
Yep.
Okay, so give them a call. I'm going to write right on this ticket that if that registration is sent in by 5 o'clock today, then we'll proceed by not proceeding on this ticket. Trooper, I'm assuming that outcome is okay with you?
Yes, sir.
All right, then we're all set. You understand what we're looking for you to do, right, Miss Buford?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and release you then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
your audio. Hello?
Hi there.
One second. All right, so we are here on the citation. This is written March 1st of this year on Lee Township there, Allegan County, state of Michigan. This is 2 different civil infractions for dogs running. You are here on these citations, Ms. Warren, to do one of 3 things. First would be to admit responsibility to the citation, or 2, admit responsibility, but you'd like to provide some sort of explanation as to how or why this happened. Or 3, you wish to contest this citation. In other words, fight these tickets at what we call informal hearing. What were you looking to do? Ms. Warren,
Yes.
what's your preference?
I want to fight him, I guess, because
All right.
the Angel, which was the first dog, kept breaking her collar, and I kept trying to keep her on the leash. And then I had surrendered her,
All right,
and
ma'am.
I no longer had her.
All right. If you wish to fight this citation, that's fine. We'll have an informal hearing. I'll tell you the elements to this citation is a dog that you own or that is your property is caught or seen running off of your property somewhere else. All right. That's going to be what the
Yes.
hearing is about. If you wish to have a hearing, I need you to go ahead and raise your right hand. Same way deputy is going to raise her right hand. Swear or affirm that any testimony you give here today would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. It makes a lot more sense for me to start with the officer. She has the burden to establish to me why she issued citations in the first place. But after that, you'll have an opportunity to either ask questions or testify on your own behalf. All right. And Deputy Bywater, you want to pick up the narrative somewhere where it makes sense to start and explain the issuing of these citations?
Yes, sir. We issued the citation after the second dog was brought to the shelter. The dog had been on neighbor's property. We had been having video evidence and picture evidence from the neighbor as far back as December. What the German Shepherd and the yellow dog, I think Angel was her name, running. When we picked up Angel, we had left a first time warning about the German Shepherd mixed dog. And we received more pictures after that of the dog on the neighbor's property by herself, but also with 2 other little dogs. And then the third and fourth time we saw the dog was, we actually got one in a trap, which we then took to the shelter. And it was after that moment that we issued the citations.
Okay. And so I want to be clear because this is written to the civil infractions on the same ticket. So I'm assuming that's talking 2 different dogs. So we're talking about a German Shepherd. And the other one
Abigail.
is, okay. And Angel is what kind of dog?
She was a pit bull, collie mix.
Okay.
She was like a yellowy blonde.
Yep.
We had her down as like a Shar-Pei mix, not knowing what her mix was. She looked Shar-Pei-ish to us without knowing her full history background.
So this is a number of occasions, and this goes from, you said, from December to, it looks like at least February or March.
Yes.
Different events. All right. So, Ms. Warren, what is it you'd like to say? In other words, here's what you're accused of, is that these dogs are your dogs and that your dogs are running around outside of your property.
Okay.
whether that's on a public place or on a neighbor's property, and that this has happened numerous times. What is it about that you're contesting?
Every time she broke her collar, Angel broke her collar, I tried to get her back and put her back on the leash and everything, but I didn't know the German Shepherd, which was Abigail, was loose more than once, because I have a fence that I put her in now that she don't get out at all no more.
All right. So with Angel, it's that you were trying to keep the dog from running at large, but it just kept getting out, and you
Yes.
just weren't aware of Abigail getting out more than just the one time.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I see here calls on, no, see, I see multiple calls involving the Shepherd, the
Okay.
German Shepherd.
Because I
January
didn't know
30th,
she was running
February
loose,
20th,
honestly. I did not know
and
she
then
was running loose like that.
1/27. And then same two dogs in
Okay.
multiple times in January too. All right. And it was the Shepherd that was actually trapped in the trap,
Yes.
looks like, and that's in March. So that's at least
And that's the last
5
time
times.
she's got loose. Because
Okay,
when
sure,
they-
but 5 times is about 4 times too many, right?
Okay. Yes. Understand that.
So essentially, I do want to say, I just want to explain to you sort of what my ruling is, how we got there. This ticket is for what's called running at large, they call it. And what that means is, you know, either here are the 2 options. The dog can be with you, you know, like on a leash, you take them to the park or something like that on public property. But if the dog's not with you, then they have to be on their property. They can't, you know, just keep going over to a neighbor's property. The officers are out there for sort of multiple complaints. I don't even think they write you a ticket the first couple times because they're just trying to hope it stops happening. They only get to the ticket stage because they just keep having to respond to the same sort of call. So given the information that I have here today at what we call informal hearing, I would find you responsible on this citation for the 2 counts of running dog. Essentially, I believe that is.
Well, what if I surrendered one of the dogs? I did surrender Angel, and I'm on disability and I can't afford a citation.
Well, ma'am, that's exactly why you shouldn't let the dogs do this, because it's going to cost you money. But the fact that you don't own one of the dogs anymore wouldn't change the fact that of when this citation was written, that you were the owner of animals that were in fact running at large. So it would be my finding here of responsibility. So here's your options. Because you had a contested hearing, you do have a right to say, I don't agree with what just happened there. I don't think I should have been found responsible on those citations. You can appeal this to what's called formal hearing in front of the district court judges with the prosecutor's office. But you must do that within 7 days of today's date, and you must do that in writing. You understand those rights on appeal?
Yes.
All right, then we're all set for what we needed to do here today. I'm going to go ahead and release parties. Thank you.